Now that you have already understood what you are going to do for our project, I would like us to dive into building the project as soon as possible. First things first, we are going to download and install Codeigniter, as well as install our Hmvc plugin inside Codeigniter. So first of all, we will go to www.codeigniter.com/download. I will leave the link in the description so that you can be able to go to it straight away without thinking about the name again. So first thing you'll have to do is to click on the big old download button that is written download Codeigniter 3. We will not discuss about Codeigniter 2 because this course, or the purpose of this course, we want to test Codeigniter 3 as well as the new Hmvc plugin as of today, which is 2016. And yeah, once you click on it, you should be able to download the Codeigniter 3. So we are going to download ours. So we are going to save our file somewhere. Let me store it in the downloads folder, in the compressed, and just say Bookstore. So I will store them inside this folder, and then we'll extract them from that point into our project location. So it's completed downloading it. Then we will come to Wire Designs Codeigniter modular extension. When it comes on the first page, it will come to this page over here, and then you will come and click on the downloads. Then once you come there, you'll come and click on branches. Then you come and click on the zip link that is just below the download. So once we'll do that, we'll save our file inside the same folder we stored our Codeigniter zip file. There we go, it's already downloaded. So we will come to our downloads folder and go to our documents. Oh no, sorry, it was in compressed, then to Bookstore, then we have them over there. So what you're going to do is that we are going to move our content of this folder, into where we're going to host our system. So for example, I use a VM and Laravel Homestead to host my files. If you're using XAMPP, then you go to XAMPP, then htdocs, the same way you host a normal file, so don't worry about that. So I'll come inside here, and you see I already created a folder called Bookstore, and inside there we'll move the content of Codeigniter into it. So we'll come here into that, and then we'll select all of this and basically copy them there. So as we wait for that to finish, yeah, let it copy. Once it's done copying, you will notice that we have all the folders here. I'll leave the user guide here because I'll be showing you how to use some of the features with the user guide, through the user guide. So we'll close this down. Then we'll come into our folder or written Wire Designs. I would like to extract it straight away to reduce time that you're going to use. So when you come inside here, we'll see a folder written core. So you'll come to Bookstore, then click on the application folder. Inside the application folder, we have a folder called core. So inside the core folder, we'll copy the content of the core folder that we downloaded inside the Wire Designs Codeigniter module extension, and then we'll have two files called myloader.php and myrouter.php. So we'll copy these files and basically paste them inside the same folder, the application core folder. Once that is done, we'll come to the other part. We'll leave the core folder and go back to the application folder. Then we'll see another folder called third party, which I think should be down somewhere here, which is third party. And then we come inside third party, and then we'll find a folder called MX. So inside the MX folder, basically just copy it and paste it in the third party folder as well. So we are not done yet. The next thing we need to do is to create a folder called modules. So Hmvc as a whole basically lets you use modules in Codeigniter in very easy and efficient manner. So I'll close this down and expand this. So inside here, we'll create a sample module. So basically, a sample module will be home. So for example, every functionality that will be inside the home controller, we'll put inside the home controller, yes, but inside the home module. So inside the home folder, we'll create a folder called controllers, another folder called models, another folder called views. Okay, so once we have that done, I would like us now to go to our code editor. I'll be using Sublime Text for this one. So I'll open Sublime Text and basically open the folder that we have. So feel free to use any code editor if you want. It's not restrictive, provided you're able to code PHP, you're well and good. So you come here and click on Bookstore, select folder. So inside the application folder, you notice we created the home folder, the home module, and we create its controller in it. So we're going to create its controller file, basically there, and call it home.php. Hold that thought. Then we come to the core folder. Inside the core folder, we're going to create a new file, and we're going to call it my controller. Sorry, let me just change that very quickly. .php. So inside the my controller folder, the my controller file will basically extend the main controller file for the Hmvc, which is called the MX controller. So here we basically call it like a normal controller. So we'll say PHP, and we'll say class my controller extends MX underscore controller. If again you don't understand what I did here, please go back to the video that I had mentioned before. I'll leave the link in the description as well, so that you can go and understand why we're doing why we're extending MX controller and not CI controller for this one. So I'll create the constructor that will basically call the parent constructor of our MX controller. And also in the same video that I leave in the description, it explains why I have a class called my controller. So inside the home class, we basically create another PHP file, and then we create a class called home. Please notice the capital H extends my controller. So this will extend my controller, the class that we just created in the core folder right now. So the function here, we're going to create a constructor, and the constructor will basically be getting the details from the parent's constructor. Okay, fine. So we're going to create an index function, and the index function is basically the first function that is read if we don't specify the function that we need. So here I'll say echo we are home. Okay, fine. So if you're using a localhost, you'll just basically type localhost bookstore, but then because I'm using Laravel Homestead, I'm basically just going to have my app in this format. Sorry, I'll have to start Vagrant, so please give me a second while I do it. I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, I've already started my server, so if we go to bookstore.app 8000, there we go, we'll find it's an MX controller and welcome to Codeigniter. So I just remembered I didn't do something over in the my controller file, but it's fine. So fine, we've already set that up. So as per now, we are going to go to the home that we created. So I'm going to type index.php, then home. We'll solve the index.php file later. But there we have a problem. It says call to undefined method MX controller in, okay, call to undefined function. Oh, of course. That's the problem. We're calling constructor and not construct. So if you refresh that, it tells you MX controller, we are home. So you notice that everything that was in my controller that we'll put up here, which is MX controller over here, it appears in every file. So That's it for today. In the next class, we are going to talk about databases, and we are going to design our database for the system and see on how we're going to integrate it with our project. That's all for now. Please like, share, and comment, and I will see you for the next one.